Hey guys, it's Shinny, and this is a video that I've been meaning to do for quite a while now, but because I had so much stuff in the way and I was so busy, I kind of forgot. But yeah, now that I have some free time, here it is. Basically, this was a project I had to do back in 2011, where I had to make an interactive e-learning tool in Flash on a topic of my choice, and I chose b-boying, or more commonly known as breakdancing. What you just saw before was the intro that features some of my friends who kindly volunteered to help me out for free, so a huge thanks to them, or else this idea would have probably never gone off the ground without them, so yeah. But getting straight into this is the home screen, and as you can see there's like the basic navigation all around. You got the help button here on the right, the quit button on the bottom, credits, quiz, tutorials, and the replay intro button here in the center. Let's go to the help page first. Before I get more into this, I need to stress that this was only made to be a prototype, and therefore the information and stuff isn't always 100% accurate and isn't really meant to be. But basically the content that is in this is more or less kind of a placeholder, and it's there to create some reference for the users and to make this e-learning tool functional to a certain degree. And yeah, like I said, it's just a prototype. So anyways, moving on. Yeah, basic help page contains some text that gives some users the information and some tips on navigation and whatnot, and it's just to show some basic coding like this rollover pop-up, and it just shows the home screen as an example and yada yada. Anyways, the quit page, pretty straightforward. Let's click new. Credits page. As you can see, there's a list of all the instructors, and these guys are ultimately the stars of this project as they display the moves and teach the moves, and you'd have seen some of these guys pulling off some of the sexy moves at the start of this video. The people under special thanks, these guys gave me special access to professional photography studios that had Cyclorama, and basically Cyclorama is that white backdrop and white flooring, and this allowed me to shoot the intro video where everything in the background is completely white. For the template, I had friends who I took photos of, and they acted as placeholders so I could replace them later on with the animated visuals, which you'll later on see in the tutorial section and quiz section. Also, another feature to notice is that the instructor names are clickable, so that once you click on them, it will show you a little showreel or showcase of them mucking around, showing the move that they teach, and some freestyling. So let's click on Jamie here. So yeah, that goes on for about a minute or so, and it's pretty much the same with the other instructor views as well. So yeah. Before we go to the quiz page, let's hit up the tutorials page first. So yeah, when I mentioned the placeholders earlier, basically these icons or figures were still photos of my other friends, but after I shot everything, I replaced them with these looping animations of the instructors. So as you can see, when I roll over each of these instructors, they display the moves that they're teaching. So you can see the baby freeze, the knee drop, the sweep, the 1-2 step, the 3-step, and the 6-step. I think it's starting to get a little bit laggy at the moment, but this usually happens when I'm screen recording something, but sometimes it goes away, so hopefully as this video goes on, it goes away, so sorry about that. But anyways, let's go to the 6-step section. The first part that you're presented with is the interactive tutorial, where you have this still figure in the center and a description of the step in these boxes. But once you click the guy, it takes you to the next step in slow motion, and another set of instructions will fade in. Basically, if you want to repeat this tutorial, you just keep clicking the guy and he'll take you to the next step and the next step and then back to the beginning. The information section just displays the name of the move, the type, the number of steps, general information, and the history. Now, I know I don't want to repeat myself again, but again, this is a prototype, and so even though a little bit of research did go into this, again, the information that's displayed here isn't exactly meant to be 100% accurate, and it's more of a reference for the quiz that you'll see later on in this video. In the demonstration section, you'll basically see a continuous loop of the move, both normal speed and slow motion. from all different angles. So basically you see it from the front, the back, and then the left, and then the right. So basically the practice question just gives you an example question that prepares you for the major quiz later on, and basically you're supposed to reference all the other tutorial sections to answer this question. So from what we've learned from these sections, we know that this move is the footwork. We select the answer, press enter, and it gives us the feedback that tells us it's correct and why. Once we've selected an answer, you can't reselect another answer, so let's go back out and then back in, and once you select the wrong answer, it'll give you a negative feedback that tells you you're wrong and why and blah blah blah. Let's go back. Each section is pretty much the same. They all have the interactive section, the information, demonstration, and practice question sections. But only the 6-step tutorial is actually complete. The other ones are either incomplete or haven't even been started at all. And the reason for this is because I ran into a bug, and this is due to a rookie mistake. Like, for example, if you were to go into the baby freeze section, it would just say under construction. But anyways, about the bug, basically what happened is I imported everything into the main flash file, which made it really big and really heavy and slow and just clunky. And basically that caused things to not export properly, not save properly. It just kept crashing, and I couldn't add anything more to it without it crashing. So again, it's a rookie mistake, and obviously I've learned my way around it now. And basically what I should have done before is import everything externally instead of directly shoving everything into the main flash files library. I can't add anything more to it, which is kind of a shame because, you know, I shot a lot of footage, but some of it couldn't be used because of the bug. Another thing, I may be going a little off topic here, but I just want to talk about sticky tape. Basically, we had to wear sticky tape under our shoes if we want to shoot on cyclorama, because we're not allowed to wear footwear on cyclorama unless it's clean or covered. And dancing is probably the worst thing to do on cyclorama because you're going to be smudging all sorts of things on the floor. So we either had the option of wearing socks or taping our shoes, and we chose to tape our shoes. It worked for the most part, except our legs would be like sweeping all over the floor and our pants would like rub all over the white floor coloring and everything, but that problem was okay since all I had to do was get a bucket of white paint that they provided me with and just repaint the cyclorama. But anyways, let's move on. Onto the quiz section. First you have to type in your name, so let's go with poop. Then we'll select female and then click enter, and it just says, okay, big ol' poop, let's begin the quiz. Let's get started. The first question is a basic multiple choice question where you have these guys standing around, and if you roll your mouse over them, they display the moves. And yeah, so the question is, which one of the following moves below is the baby freeze? And this one looks like the baby freeze to me, so I'll click that. And then I'll click enter, and yeah, gives some positive feedback, and I can move on to the next question. Question 2 is a typing question, but before we move on, notice that there's a home button here, so we can quit the quiz and reset it anytime that you want throughout the quiz. So anyways, this looks like the knee drop to me, so I'll type that in, and then we can proceed to the next question. The third question is basically a simple multiple choice question, and you have 4 options here, and what is a set? A combination of moves, so we'll select that one, click enter, and this time it actually gives you some visual demonstration and feedback, which is pretty neat. Anyways, next. Question 4 and 5 are pretty much the same as the knee drop question, so we'll just rush that and enter whatever, get these questions wrong and move on. Question 6 is a drag and drop question where basically you have to drag and drop the word into one of the boxes below the moves that the word actually represents. So I believe this is a sweep, so we'll go with that. Question 7 is a pretty simple true and false question. Is the 6-step a type of freeze? And from what we've learned, it's not, so we'll click false, and yeah, it gives you a little example on the left and the right on moves that are in the question. So we'll go to next. Again, question 8 is a simple multiple choice question, but if you don't select an answer, you'll get it incorrect. So, and we'll use another example of that in question 9. So if you don't select an answer, we'll just click enter. It'll choose the right answer for you, and it'll give you the feedback that you have not selected an answer. Anyways, let's just quickly skip question 10. And yeah, I did really bad. Oh well. Anyways, yeah, I got 5 out of 10. That's alright. I was rushing through that. It'll give me some nice little feedback because I did okay, and basically that changes depending on what score you got, and also the animation will change as well. And if you did really bad, it'll give you a little tutorial link button to the left there. But yeah, the animation in the center changes to a guy saying you got smoked if you did really bad, or if you did really well, then he'd be, you know, giving you that dope sign and, you know, saying, oh, you did really well, blah blah blah. But in this case, I kind of rushed through that because I noticed that I'm going kind of overtime on this video. So yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and if you have any questions, just leave a comment in the comment section below. I'm sorry that I've been kind of inactive, even though I said I'd be more active. I've just been like, oh, I had so much to do, and I just felt like having a holiday, so I just gave up on everything and just blah, yeah, that's my life. Anyways, once again, thanks guys for watching, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. See yous.